This is a loser mentality. This is not a conqueror mentality.
If you're Muslim and your role model as a man and a Muslim man is Andrew Tate, there's something hugely wrong with you.
So in a recent interview, Andrew Tate claims he does not and will not date women over the age of 24.
3 reasons why you should stop listening to Andrew. Let's get him in. Number 1, he always talks about women, but I've never seen him with a woman.
Get off of the internet, dude. Like, we don't need you anymore.
What up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna talk about Andrew Tate. Yes, the guy that promotes masculinity.
So if you're a man and you say, oh yeah, I love my family, but you're not rich, not really. Because if you really loved them, you'd be trying your very fucking best to be as capable as possible of taking care of them. Saying you love your family, but you can't afford the big hospital bill that inevitably is going to come, doesn't mean you love them very much to me. Because if you love them, you'd be working your ass off. You love your family, but you're broke playing video games. You don't love them. You're not allowed to love things as a man unless you have things. Your love means nothing unless you're rich. So if you want to tell a woman you love her and see her eyes light up, if you want to tell your parents you love them and then be able to relax in old age, if you want to tell your friends you love them and know that they're prepared to die beside you, all of that's going to happen when you get big, strong, and rich.
The one who motivates, the one who talks of that you should be a man, you should stand up and take the beating, and I don't know what more can I say, but yes, we're going to talk about Andrew Tate. So we saw that recently, yesterday, when was it? It was today or yesterday. He eventually, on his Twitter account, he showed that he was suing a couple of people. And I checked on my Twitter and I saw that, yes, eventually that he is suing a couple of Twitter users for saying that he exploits women, being the fact that he is known for, let me just be careful of my words because eventually I'm scared of being sued, but why would he sue me? Because I'm a small creator.
Listen, I'll say this right here, right now, and I don't care because I might still litigate them, and I'll still say this. I don't need a reason. You're going to have to defend yourself, regardless. That's the thing about the American legal system. You cannot ignore it. I don't care if it costs me $1 million to take $1,000 out of your bank. You're going to be in court twice a month for the rest of your human years. I don't care. I will sue you for any and every reason forever, and you're going to have to hire lawyers and turn up forever. I will do that. I'm that guy. I'm petty. I'm petty, and I've got a lot of money and a lot of time. So it's not even about guilty. It's not about why. It's just about because I can. It's one of many, many things I was going to do. I'd buy the property next to his father's Airbnb and list it for free. I will bankrupt you. You don't understand the levels I will go to. I'm that guy. And the guy, and he, as soon as he could feel it, and he felt it because people turned up at his door. Once I had his address, I started putting, I didn't want to get banned from Twitter. Obviously, it happened in the end anyway. Yeah. But at first I put his street name, then I put his house number. And then when guys turned up at his house, I had to fly some friends of mine from Vegas to LA. Like, I had to spend money on this shit. This took time out of my life. When he looked out the window and saw the SUV, then he starts apologizing on the internet. Like, oh, bitch, welcome to the real world. Worlds have consequences. And it wasn't even hard for me to do. Richard, all I did was I sent some messages to a few private groups I'm in and said, look, cash prize, this guy needs to pay. That's all it was. It wasn't even difficult. And I still haven't even decided. I still might do it, Richard. You know what? I still might do it. I still might litigate him into the fucking ground. Why not? What else have I got to do?
And my YouTube channel is small. I mean, like a YouTube channel with 57 subscribers. Why would I be scared of saying such stuff? Or maybe like saying somebody is being convicted of being a sex trafficker, because eventually that is what he's being those are allegations whereby people are saying that he's doing, and his past shows that is what he has been doing, exploiting women. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. His past shows that. So he's back in Romania, and he had a lot to say in terms of that. So let's look at this video to see what he had to say.
Be home. We'll get back in Romania, like I said I'd be, because innocent men don't run from anything. We're here to clear our names and exonerate ourselves. And after all we've been through, we truly deserve the day in court where it is stated that we've done nothing wrong and that we should have never been in court in the first place. We should have never gone to jail. We should have never had our assets seized. We should have never had our names slandered. Anyone who believed any of this garbage has a particularly low IQ. I think there's a lot of people in the world today that do not have faith in Romanian institutions. But we're going to restore that faith by coming home as American citizens, going to court, and getting the not guilty that we deserve. Is there any questions? I don't think there is a criminal case. There is a investigation, which I'm happy to be investigated. Any single person on the planet can endlessly be investigated for anything. You can be investigated. They might be investigating you right now, sir. You don't know. People get investigated. That's how it goes. We've done nothing wrong. So I have no fear for anything, for any country, anywhere to investigate me. I do not ask for any kind of special treatment because I'm well known. All I want to do is be treated fairly under the law, same as everybody else, and I'll go home and be a free man.
How was your welcome in the United States? I think it's very telling that we were investigated for 2.5 years, and we were dragged, in front of the media, into prison, out of prison, all this time. And in December last year, a judge said, well, there's not evidence enough for this to even go to trial. So I think that we deserve a little bit of leniency, and if you are a member of the press, you should report heavily on that fact. The fact that after investigating us for years of our life and sending us to prison, putting us on house arrest, that they couldn't even put together enough evidence to even have a trial.
And I think that's an interesting point my brother just made. I think it's very interesting you guys ask us all the time about how guilty we are, not understanding that if we were guilty, we would certainly be rotting away in jail. For 3 years, they've destroyed our lives and lied about us, and they can't even get us to trial. I think it would be a far more interesting question if you to start asking why that is happening. If you want to be a good journalist, you should sit and say, why do they keep attacking these boys, but they don't have enough evidence to ever put them in trial or ever put them in jail, but they keep attacking them everywhere they go? Because when you start to actually talk about that, then you'll be doing real journalism, if you're allowed to do it, and then you'll be interested in the truth of the story. Because the truth of the story is not any of the garbage that you've been told thus far, or we would be in jail. Anything else?
To US after 24th of March?
Maybe we might. I think that I have my American passport back in my hand. I can travel where I like. If any authorities from any police force anywhere in the world wish to speak to me, they have my number. They will call me and I'll answer the phone. 44 times I went to court in Romania, not because there was a trial, but to see if I would be allowed to travel. And I told judges 44 times, I'm not a flight risk. Please return me my passport. Please don't keep me locked away from my family. So I know that when I left, there was some backlash. I know that when I left, people were being pressed about the controversial decision about 2 men who already had their case dismissed being able to travel and see their families again. Well, here I am back in Romania, as I said I would be. So all 44 of those court hearings, including the ones that happened when I was taken from prison, were completely worthless. There was no point in doing any of them.
And that's a very interesting point. Guys, let's actually analyze. They kept saying we're a flight risk. We left and we came back. So all of these 3 years of imprisonment were a complete waste of time against innocent men who have never been tried. It is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty in a democracy. We have never been convicted of any crime anywhere on the planet ever. And as my brother said, we have our passports back, and just like you, anyone else here decides to take a trip, they're allowed to take a trip. We live in Romania, we love Romania, we're never going to leave Romania, we have a house in Romania, we have Romanian children, we're going to be in Romania all of the time. If we feel like a holiday, we'll take one. And if a court needs to speak to us, we'll be there because we are innocent.
There are allegations that US government put some pressure on the Romanian authorities.
We won the case on December 19th, 2024. That is when the appeal court said there's not enough evidence here to even have a trial. That was in December 19th, 2024. The president at the time was Joe Biden, and Joe Biden hates me, so I seriously doubt there was any American pressure.
I think it's amazing that people think there was American pressure required to let men go who couldn't even get a case to trial after 3 solid years of imprisonment. I mean, why would you need pressure?
Okay guys, so here is the list to which people that he is suing. But before I do that, let me look at this tweet to which he posted. So in this tweet, he posted that he says that the female has decided to apologize and be quiet, but has refused to give me a sandwich. Therefore, I will move ahead with legal action and hold her liable for defamation. My brother and I have been convicted of 0, calling us rapists as a result of legal action. So, no exceptions. Yes, guys, so you heard him. He is currently suing these people, this lady, to which he claims that he is damaging his image, but also he is suing a couple of people on Twitter, also X. So he is suing John Doe, Jane Doe, Mary Doe, June Doe, Jack Doe, James Doe, Ann Doe, Rose Doe, Emily Doe, M Doe, Nathan Livingston, Matthew, Jerry, Lucy Brown, and the list goes on and on and on. Yes, guys, so there you go. Andrew Tate is busy suing these people for wrongfully accusing him of being a rapist. Yes, and exploiting women and so. So, from my end, I mean, like he said himself also, guilty until proven innocent. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, to which I also agree. Innocent until proven guilty. Once he is incarcerated, then that's when we know that he's guilty of this stuff. But at the moment, it seems like he is fighting it in court, and since he said that he has money, it seems like he believes that he's going to win. But despite that, guys, yes, innocent until proven guilty. And the guy also is sort of like, when I was trying to look him up on TikTok, I saw that mainly when you want to hear other people's opinion in terms of Andrew Tate, how do they feel, how women feel about him, it seems like you don't find it, but you only find motivational quotes from him and his brother. So I was scrolling to the point that I gave up, because I'm not looking for motivational quote to which he can be motivating. I mean, like, I would listen to his quotes and he has strong words, but in terms of that, now we are only concentrating on all these allegations and what he is being accused of at the moment, not these motivational quotes. So despite that, let us look at what other people have to say in terms of their thoughts on Andrew Tate, because it's not on my thoughts but on all other people, women and other people in general. So yes, guys, look at this video.
This is a loser mentality. This is not a conqueror mentality. This is how you end up old, alone, and with no companionship and no one to take care of you, because you treat women like objects instead of people. Women are not objects to be conquered, and children are not trophies for your conquests. Women and children are human beings that deserve respect. They deserve present fathers and present husbands. They aren't objects because, oh, I'm such a man, I just conquer everything. How about you conquer your lust? How about you conquer your porn addiction first? How about you conquer these desires that you're actually a slave to, but you act like, oh, I'm such a man. No, you're bound in addiction and you don't know how to treat people with dignity. I genuinely pray that no one actually takes this as sound advice. As children of God, we were designed for family, for relationships, for marriage, for children, for that close family unit, because everybody thrives in a healthy family. It is only through the power of the Holy Spirit that we can conquer these perversions, these addictions, and no longer be slaves to our impulses or sexual sin or carnal nature. I pray that he gets saved and he learns and knows how much God loves him.
If you're a Muslim and your role model as a man and a Muslim man is Andrew Tate, there's something huge a man, right? So you're literally contradicting Islam as him being your role model. How dare you think that that's okay? men of this generation, please be careful who your role model is.
Who the fuck is Andrew Tate? And why is this man all over my For You page? Before last month, I didn't even know he existed. Now every second video on my For You page is Andrew Tate. This guy's the most famous man in the world. Why? Who is he? All of the content I've seen was against my will. Who is this man? I don't...
So in a recent interview, Andrew Tate claims he does not and will not date women over the age of 24. He was that specific. Yet he's in his mid to late 30s, I believe. He won't date older because A, they've been ran through. B, they come with baggage. And they come with higher expectations than what they deserve. And a high body count. As if he doesn't and I don't. Don't be a hypocrite. All men out there, you cannot be a hypocrite. You cannot praise a man for having a high body count and slaughter a woman for it. I'm not saying either or is right. Do what you please. But if you were not a part of her past, you cannot judge her for it. Same thing vice versa. If she wasn't part of me and my history, she can't judge what I've done in the past. Next thing, we talk about baggage. Everyone has baggage. We all have baggage. Some is visible to the naked eye. Some is hidden. Some are secret. Some are not. But we all come with baggage, including you, Andrew Tate, and everyone else. So here's why he won't date women over the age of 24. Now, I agree with things that Andrew says as far as men being disciplined, men working out, men being providers, protectors, servers to women, being hard workers and not being lazy. But in this case, you are putting every single woman under one umbrella that if she's over the age of 24, she's been ran through, she's worthless, she comes with baggage, as if you and I don't. So the reason why Andrew Tate kind of targets women under the age of 25 is because those women can easily be manipulated. I'm not saying all, not every woman in her early 20s can, but much easier than a woman who has become independent, who has self-value, self-worth, can't be groomed, can't be manipulated, cannot be controlled, and therefore he spits on women who are older than 24 because he can't even last with a woman over that age, because she will find out his bullshit, she will point out his flaws, she will tell him what she wants, and he doesn't want that. And with the money he has and with all the clout he has, he only attracts women who seek that. And that's the difference, and that is the reason he won't date a woman over the age of 24. You're welcome.
All right, how about this, right? He moved to Romania while he was being investigated for sexual assault charges. Of course he's being investigated for something. Of course he is. He said 40% of the reason he moved to Romania was to avoid rape charges. Non-extradition. Saying, I'm not a rapist, but I like the idea of being able to do what I want. Now, no, this is the perfect example of dog whistle. Perfect example of dog whistle. Because he could be like, I'm not saying I'm planning to rape anyone, but I'm sick and tired of being accused of rape. If I go to Romania, I won't be accused of rape. He's currently being investigated for website scams, human trafficking, and rape in Romania. I'm gonna be very honest. I like the freedom to do what I want. It has never occurred to me that I would need to move countries to avoid charges for doing what I want. I would love to do what I want. That doesn't amount to rape, dude. Yeah, I'm not committing crimes. Me having the freedom to do what I want will never ever lead to me being that's not the kind of thing that I want the freedom to do. No, I don't. Not anywhere near. Not anywhere. I'm not even getting close to the line. I want to walk into a cinema and watch a film. My God. Without having to pay. I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to drink a can of beer on London Transport, maybe. Like, that's as far as it goes. That's as far as it goes. A hot day. Like, never ever have I felt like the laws in this country, the sexual assault laws in this country, are kind of stymieing me from living my best life. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. You gotta let me fly. You gotta let me fly.
3 reasons why you should stop listening to Andrew. Let's get him in. Number 1, he always talks about women, but I've never seen him with a woman, so I don't know what's going on there. Number 2, I can guarantee you, before all of this clout, my man was a quiet guy. No one would have known who he was. He was definitely that quiet guy in school. Number 3, how do you know what he says about himself is true? He could be lying. If my man told you to go and suck his willy, you would do it, would you not? Because some of you, man, move mad for Andrew Tate. Like, it's really not given. It's not.
Latest news here is Andrew Tate has been banned off Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. How do you feel about that?
I mean, God bless.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he deserved it. Andrew Tate, you son of a.
How do you feel that he just got banned off of all social media?
As he deserves. I don't think he should have a platform for anything, especially with his point of view is disgusting.
Honestly, he deserves more than to be banned off the internet. Get off of the internet, dude. Like, we don't need you anymore.
And you are